Howdy, beautiful people. Happy Thursday, February 25th. Welcome to 321 No Kiddin'. Bobby the Awesome here. It's already been a somewhat productive morning. I have spoken to my counselor, and I have heard from my friend slash meditation coach. I don't know if that's really what you call her, but she listened to the episode about making your bed from, I don't know, I think in the last week. And she sent me a message yesterday, which was perfect, relating that the message was on point, and she was just giving me a little bonus love. And then this morning I heard from her, and she's like, well, why don't we make the bed the whole way? So I just went in and I redid and made my bed the whole way, which is better than cheating and doing it half-assed. Maybe that's the problem. At any rate, I am getting back to normal. I have been working really hard the last 2 days to change my mindset, and everywhere I've been showing up, I've been kind of a hot mess, if I'm being honest. And it finally, got rid of my stinking thinking, for lack of a better word, yesterday. And when I went to group last night, really the shift started to happen. And then talking to my counselor this morning made it even better. So I'm getting back to normal. So now it's just work hard, because in a week I'm leaving for Miami, and I need to be excited and grateful and not stressed by this. Like, how is going to Miami a problem? I really need to straighten my attitude out. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's do our reading for today. Well, both of our readings. So the inspirational calendar says, the one who falls and gets back up is so much stronger than the one who never falls. I equate this, and I talk to you people that listen that aren't gambling addicts. And I know you're there, and I know you're listening, and I know you're listening because maybe you didn't have a gambling fall, but you have some other fall. Otherwise, I don't think you'd stick around, right? Because the point of this is to try to figure out how to live our best lives. It's kind of what the show has evolved into. Not on purpose, but it's just kind of the way it's rolled. But in recovery, there's books. Like there's a book called The Lucky One, which I haven't actually read yet, full disclosure. But the concept is that by being an addict or getting through addiction, which would be the fall, and getting to the other side of it, we're luckier because we've had that experience, because it makes us stronger. It gives us gratitude. It gives us a sense of accomplishment. And it should make us somewhat fearless, because if we can get through addiction, and somebody said this to me yesterday, and I was like, holy cow, like getting through addiction is a freaking accomplishment. And again, I've been such a place of taking things for granted that I've kind of overlooked that a lot lately. Like, instead of focusing on what I haven't done, I need to start just being grateful for what I have done. The fact that I'm freaking here. So many people aren't here because of their gambling addiction or substance abuse. I mean, the world has a lot less people in it because of these things. So the fact that we're here and we have that shot can't be overlooked. And I just appreciate my friends and my families and all my extended families in this world of Zoom and online environment where I'm exposed to so many people. And I don't think you guys know how much you give me. So I just want to express a little gratitude on that this morning, because yeah, I feel good. It's nice to feel good instead of stressed. So here we go. Let's do our big reading out of the Body, Mind, Spirit today. Senior Carol A. Jankowski says, one of the hardest things to find in life is fun people. Far too few appear, and seemingly fewer survive adulthood. Fun is something we all deserve to have a lot of. In fact, we can never have enough honest, down-to-earth fun. Nothing brightens our days like a deep belly laugh with a playful friend. What a relief to feel safe and accepted enough to throw our heads back and laugh. Fun and laughter are life's natural antidotes for stress and worry. Some days we seem to be affected with a dreadful condition called chronic seriousness. Chronic seriousness spreads gloom and depression and paints our days into a black, cheerless corner. How tiring to be faced by this darkness in ourselves and others. Today, our challenge is to be fun people and trust our right to laugh, play, and feel good. Fun and laughter are contagious. The more we open ourselves up to good humor, the more we find our family, friends, and coworkers having fun right along with us. Today, let me laugh, play, and be willing to have a good time. Okay. This is another one of those readings. Very timely. Everything that I represent or want to represent is about this premise, is about having fun and having a good life. That's what 321 is really all about, is giving adults the chance to play without children. Like that's where the no kid in comes from. A place to play like children without children around so that they can actually spend time on themselves, enjoying the present, enjoying fun, having fun. And that's what my vision is. And that's what I'm working towards, is creating these buildings, places, whatever you want to call them, that allows adults to do that. And I was reminded of this last night. We had someone in group. It was really crazy. I haven't heard anybody share like this in, I don't know, a long time. But he was talking about, he's actively gambling, and it's really crazy because once you get out of the mindset that I think he was in, which I could clearly label denial, but it's not my place to say. But as you hear him talking, you're like, oh, I remember having all those thoughts. And it's usually before we quit and before we fully surrender and acknowledge that there's an issue. But he was talking about how, I guess he quit his job a little while ago. And I wasn't at group the week before. He had lost a bunch of money. And then this past week, he went and he was playing, and his share was around the center of, well, I didn't spend as much this week and I was winning. And so he feels good about it. And what he was saying, which I so wish I was further along in my dream, because I think that how I envisioned 321 No Kiddin' would help with this, is he kept going back to connection, like having connection and boredom. And he was talking about how he went to a poker tournament. And I've shared with you recently about this. Like, I miss a little bit of the people part of a poker room or a poker tournament, and the feeling that you could just, buy in once and it lasts for hours or, well, sometimes minutes, depending on how aggressive you are. But there is something fun about the game and the people part of it. So he was talking about that and liking the connection of that. And then the fact that he goes to the casino is curing the boredom. And there was a lot of blame around the pandemic, which I understand, like, especially in us cold regions, as far as from getting outside and doing things, that's definitely hampering. But what I need to do a better job of, and what I wish people would recognize, is that there's solutions. Like, we don't have to blame it on anything. We could take onus. Like I told you, the trampoline story. I have a trampoline. Someone said, oh yeah, you should play with the trampoline. I could do that, and I could get some physical movement just by playing on the trampoline, instead of saying, oh, it's too cold outside, I can't exercise. And the same goes with fun. Can we have fun in different ways? Can we play charades on Zoom, or are we allowing ourselves or budgeting in our time to have playtime? And if we do, what does that look like for the rest of our life? Meaning, are we going to always be so serious, or can we start to enjoy things in a different way? Can we laugh at ourselves? Can you laugh at yourself? In another group this week, one of the ladies was sharing about a presentation she did at work, and she was cracking jokes and stuff. And she shared with us the conversation. In her head, it was like, oh shit, I should have been more serious. I was at work and blah, blah, blah. And then afterwards, her manager was like, no, you were being you and it's okay to have fun. And that there is a balance. Obviously, we can't be like dirty little pranksters and be obnoxious, but we should be able to laugh and have fun. And as part of my transition into today, from last night after group, when I started feeling a little bit like, oh, okay, light bulbs are going on. I'm starting to understand why I feel the way I do and why I need to remove the way I feel. I watched, I call him my business boyfriend, Mr. Grant Cardone, but he's on Undercover Billionaire. So I was watching Undercover Billionaire, and part of what he was doing on the show last night was trying to connect to a customer. And the customer had those bowls, those mechanical bowls, that's the word. And Grant literally rode this bull in front of the potential client. And I'm in one of his online groups, and I have a little video, which is, I think it's hilarious. It still cracks me up every time, but of me riding a bull at a work employee appreciation party a couple years ago. It definitely wasn't last year. And I ended up sharing that in the group. I don't know if it'll get approved or not, but I needed to do that because I was getting too serious about business. And that's not who I am or who I want to be. So that's part of my shift and my reset was all the seriousness gave me pressure, and the pressure just sucked and I wasn't having fun. So I'm going to start having fun again because I lost track of that a little bit, whether it's the fun of making my bed completely or the fun of jumping on the trampoline or the fun of just laughing at myself or the fun of the anticipation is my crazy post going to get approved? And, will people, it shouldn't matter what people think. I had to do that for me, but I thought I did it in a charming, authentic Bobby way of, hey, Grant is one of the people I really look up to, and I could be silly like him. That was my framing, and that's what I needed to do for me. So I'm happy about that. My reminder to you today and with this book reading is allow yourself to have fun. And this is not the first day we talked about it. I get it. But again, we need reminded that it's important to have fun and to laugh and to be silly and to not take ourselves too seriously. And guys, I'm going to keep working as hard as I can to create my recovery playground so that everybody has a safe place to go to have fun. And yeah, that's the vision. But I need to have fun while I'm trying to figure out how to execute all this availability for everybody else to have fun. And I need to practice what I preach and just have some faith that it's all going to be okay. That's my mindset today. Everything's going to be all right. Everything is perfect. Everything is improving. I am living on purpose and I am right on time. Those are the James McNeil mantras that I have hanging in front of me that I value so much. And I just needed to do some self-reflection the last couple days and get some insight from outsiders that could see what I was doing to myself for what I couldn't see. So really grateful for that. All right. I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. I will chat with you tomorrow, which I might actually have a show for you tomorrow if I could turn it around. I'm interviewing somebody this afternoon. Hopefully I don't drop the ball 2 weeks in a row. But again, if I do, I do. Like, I can't freak out about that. So, but I will try to get that situated and released. All right, beautiful people. I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.